what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode. This is gonna be more of a serious episode, and it's just kind of it's been on my mind for about 2 weeks now, or I can't remember how long it's been, but I think it's been about 2 weeks. A couple weeks ago, my friend Miguel, Danny, and a bunch of others, we all got together and decided to go check out Sound of Freedom. Simply because, we've been watching everything on the news and they're talking about how it was a conspiracy movie and, all these crazy things. And when you start listening to things like that, you want to go and check things out for yourself and make your own opinions and whatnot. So anyways, we decided to go check it out. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys right off the start. I mean, just at the beginning of the movie, my blood was boiling. I mean, I was in so much anger, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you haven't seen it, but if you haven't, go check it out. But anyway, so there was a lot of emotions when I was sitting in that movie, and I haven't felt that type of emotion in a very long time. The last movie that did that to me was, dang it, I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, it'll come to me right now. I was in Vegas at SHOT Show with my buddy Jay, and we were there with Chris Kyle. And we got invited to go see, it was a private screening, and they were like, hey, you guys, we want you guys to come check this movie out and before it hits the theaters, and let us know what you guys think, right? So you're talking about probably like 50 SEALs and a bus, and we're headed to go see this movie, and everybody's in the bus like, screaming and yelling, and we're drinking and we're having a good old time, and then we finally get to go see the movie. And it was, I'm going to cut real hard so I can remember the name of the movie. What was the name of that movie? Oh, it was Act of Valor. And, it was based, a lot of the things on that movie, they were based off true stories. There was a lot of parts where, some of their teammates that got smoked and died. I don't know what to say, smoked. It was Act of Valor. And in that movie, there were some parts where there were some true events. A couple of SEALs that were killed were teammates of the guys that were there. And by the time we left the movie and got back on the bus, all of us were either had cried and, full of emotions. And on the way back to our hotel on the bus, everybody was just silent. Like everybody was just quiet, looking down, like patting each other and just kind of, taking it in. That's kind of what I felt when I saw Sound of Freedom. I was in the movie. I was very angry with what was going on. I was full of rage, and I was just crying at some point. Like it was just the injustice that's being done to these kids that are being trafficked all over the world really got to me. And, at that moment, you kind of validate or you try to check your life and try to tell yourself, like, are you doing enough? Like, are you giving back enough? Is there more that you can do? How do we get involved? And, after watching that movie, it really hit home because a few videos back, you guys saw we were in Honduras on a scuba diving trip, and we ran into a friend of mine. I can't say names or anything because he works for certain people, and they were down there. And when I saw him, I was like, whoa, what the hell? Like, what are you doing down here? And I know who he works for, so I was just kind of like, "What's up, man?" He was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, sir." La 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 la. And I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you too, sir. Like, have a good one." And we walked away. And then later on, he got my room number, came over, and we kind of talked. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here for, there's a lot of child trafficking coming out of Honduras, sex trafficking." And I was like, "Holy crap!" And I was like, "Dude, if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know." And he's like, "Just keep your eyes peeled and let us know if you see." Americans asking around for this thing. And then that kind of hit me when I saw the movie. It brought me back to that because I didn't really truly understand what he meant by that. But the sickening part about this movie, and the thing that just made like this, I had this gut feeling that I can't even explain, that it felt horrible, was the number one consumer of child pornography, child trafficking, for for sexual stuff is the United States. We're the number one fucking country when it comes to that, and it's disgusting. that there's that many people out there in this country that fucking enjoy watching that type of shit. And it really that set me over the top. And by the time we left the movie, I was so quiet and I was just in my head. Like I reached out to my buddy and I was like, hey, and he immediately texted me back. He's like, you saw the movie? I was like, yeah. And he goes, you want to get involved? I said, yep. He goes, cool, I'll be in touch. But man, that was in the back of my head. I keep thinking like, I was in Honduras having a good old time and enjoying my friends and stuff. And it's down in Central America. And there's people that go there to do that kind of stuff for two kids from here. And it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. Like, and I was really, really mad, y'all. Like it got to me. And then, when I walked out of the movie, I was in the back of my head, I was like, wait, because, the news made it seem like it was such a horrible movie, that it was a conspiracy movie, that it was attacking, the government or anything, but it had nothing to do with that. There was no conspiracy towards anything. It was just stating facts, and it was a story it was a true story that this gentleman that went over there experienced and brought it back, and he saved a bunch of kids and whatnot. And like, again, I'm not gonna get into the movie because if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. It was that impactful in my life that it was just, I wanted to share this with you guys and encourage you guys to go check it out. And what's pretty cool is that they partnered up with Angel Studios. So if you go to angelstudios.com, if you don't have the funds to buy a ticket, there's people that bought tickets, and you can go on there and get free tickets to go watch the movie. And if you do have funds and you want someone else to see it, you can go on there and you can buy a ticket or two, however you want, for those people that can't go to buy a ticket. So there's no excuse for you guys not to go see it. Those things are there available. Kristen and I went on the website and bought about 4 or 5 tickets so that we can give back and have someone else go watch it. So guys, if you get a chance, go see it. It's just, it's not that I can't believe it. It's just, it's hard to sometimes take in what the evil that is in this world. And then when they show you the statistics and it shows that we're the number one consumers, the United States are, like, it hurts even more to like realize that there's sick people out there like that. And yeah, I just kind of want to jump on here and encourage you guys to go watch the movie and just kind of, they say it in the movie, like, what if it was yours? Like, going through that stuff. Like, yeah, I couldn't even wrap my head around it. Like, if God forbids that ever happened to anybody that's related to me, like, especially my nieces and nephews, I don't know what I would do. And I'm telling you, like, for the most part, I like to think that I'm a very peaceful person and, I enjoy life and whatnot. But if that were to ever happen to someone I know, I just know that, like, don't ever even want to access that part of my brain that I haven't seen in a long time, because it would not be pretty, and I wouldn't rest till every single one of those people were gone. But go check it out and tell me what you guys think about it. And if you saw it, let us know down below what you think of it. But yeah, guys, that's the episode. Sorry, I got a little, I guess, real or off track from what we typically put out, but I just felt like I needed to come on here and give that message of the movie Sound of Freedom, because it is a very impactful movie. And I think every American in this country needs to see it, because I believe it can change lives and it can do a lot more thing to get more people involved and put an end to this, because no kid should ever experience what those kids have, because like the movie said, God's kids are not for sale. God's children are not for sale. So I'll leave you guys with that. Have a blessed day. If you got little ones, dude, hug them, kiss them, love on them. And honestly, I don't know what else to say other than have a good one. I love y'all. God bless you. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, Crispy on.